War has always been a mirror of human ingenuity. From sharpened stone to forged steel, from muscle to machine. Every era of conflict has reshaped how power is projected on the battlefield. Among all instruments of war, none better symbolize industrial might and strategic transformation than armored vehicles. They are not merely machines of destruction, but rolling philosophies of warfare, forged from necessity, fear, and ambition. This is the story of armored warfare, a story of adaptation, failure, reinvention, and survival. A story written in steel. Long before engines and tracks, armor existed, a concept rather than a machine. Ancient warriors clad themselves in bronze and iron, seeking protection while advancing into danger. Chariots provided mobility and shock. Knights in plate armor embodied dominance through protection and momentum. Yet all shared a limitation: the human body and animal power to find their reach.
Gunpowder transformed warfare. Armor gradually lost its place on the individual soldier. Firearms rendered traditional protection obsolete. By the late 19th century, infantry and artillery ruled the battlefield, while mobility and survivability became increasingly incompatible.
Modern war demanded something new. A machine that could move, protect, and fight simultaneously. The First World War shattered every illusion of quick victory. Trenches scarred the landscape of Europe. Machine guns and artillery locked armies in static deadlock. Millions advanced and millions fell, often without gaining a single mile. Out of this stalemate emerged a radical idea. In 1916, the British introduced the first tanks at the Battle of the Somme. Crude, unreliable, and slow, these early machines were far from perfect. Yet they carried an idea that would change warfare forever: armored mobility. For the first time, infantry could advance behind moving steel shields. Barbed wire could be crushed. Machine gun nests could be overrun. The tank was not yet decisive, but it was inevitable. Other nations quickly followed. France, Germany, and later the United States began developing their own armored vehicles. By the war's end, the tank had proven its potential, even if its future remained uncertain. The interwar years were a period of intense debate. Some military thinkers viewed tanks as infantry support weapons, slow, heavily armored, and subordinate. Others saw them as independent instruments of maneuver warfare. Visionaries like J.F.C. Fuller and Heinz Guderian argued that armor, when concentrated and supported by radio communication and air power, could break enemy lines and exploit deep into the rear. Many armies hesitated, budgets shrank, old doctrines persisted. Yet a quiet revolution was underway. The tank was evolving, not just technologically, but philosophically. World War II marked the true coming of age for armored warfare. Germany demonstrated the power of coordinated armored forces during its early campaigns. Blitzkrieg, Lightning War, combined speed, armor, and communication into a devastating operational system. Tanks were no longer supporting actors, they were the spearhead. As the war progressed, armored combat intensified. The Eastern Front became a proving ground for massive tank battles, culminating in clashes like Kursk, the largest tank battle in history. Technology advanced rapidly. Armor grew thicker. Guns grew larger. Designs diversified. Full medium tanks, heavily armored breakthrough vehicles, and specialized tank destroyers. The Allies responded with their own doctrines and machines. American industrial capacity produced tanks in vast numbers. Soviet design philosophy emphasized simplicity, survivability, and ease of production. By 1945, the tank had become central to modern warfare, but it had also revealed its vulnerabilities. The nuclear age transformed strategic thinking, but armored warfare did not disappear. Instead, it adapted. The post-war period saw the consolidation of tank roles into a single concept: the main battle tank. Rather than separate light, medium, and heavy categories, one vehicle would balance firepower, protection, and mobility. Technological advances accelerated. Stabilized guns allowed accurate fire on the move. Composite armor replaced steel. Night vision and fire control systems extended combat capability beyond daylight. NATO and Warsaw Pact forces prepared for a potential armored clash across Europe, one that never came but shaped decades of development. Armor became not only a weapon, but a deterrent.
The late 20th and early 21st centuries brought new challenges. Asymmetric warfare, urban combat, and precision-guided weapons threatened the dominance of heavy armor. Portable anti-tank missiles could destroy even the most advanced vehicles. Drones began to watch, track, and strike from above.
Yet tanks did not vanish. Instead, they evolved again. Modern armored warfare emphasizes integration. Tanks operate alongside infantry, engineers, drones, electronic warfare units, and air support. Active protection systems intercept incoming threats. Digital networks link vehicles into real-time command systems. Armor is no longer just about thickness. It is about awareness, coordination, and adaptability. From medieval armor to modern battle tanks, the story of armored warfare is a story of survival through change. Each time armor was declared obsolete, it returned, altered, improved, and reimagined. The battlefield continues to evolve. Artificial intelligence, unmanned vehicles, and hybrid warfare challenge traditional concepts. Yet, the fundamental requirement remains unchanged: the need to move, fight, and survive under fire. Long alayhi salam wars continue on land. Long alayhi salam territory must be captured and defended. Armored warfare will remain. Not a relic of the past, but proof of humanity's relentless adaptation to conflict. Steel remembers, and history continues to roll on its tracks.